90 days. That's it. 90 days, whether that's in person or online. And I guess if it was online, then it would be in the form of a DM, a like click, or a comment on a picture. 90 days. Now, for some of you men, it's shorter. Good for you. Some of you have your own timeline, 2 weeks, 30 days, 3 weeks, whatever it is. But for me, 90 days. That's fair. For adoration. Okay, keep that in mind. Adoration. Adoration is different from generosity. It's different. Generosity includes resources, finance. That's what generosity is. You don't overwhelmingly distribute those things. It's earned. You know where I learned this from? Women. Who? The women who raised me. My grandmother, my mother, and my aunt. Okay? So, as a man, adoration, toss that. Go ahead, give it. Give it. However, if there's no reciprocity, turn it off. I don't complicate that. I've bought into that notion since the 90s. Before the red pill, manosphere, da-da-da-da. No, this is how I functioned early on. I caught it early. Before my 20s, I understood this. Thanks to the women who raised me. Adoration, the celebration of the existence of the woman in general, her existence. I am a man who loves women. Celebrate that through the adoration. Keep in mind, I'm also an artist. Remember, I have that side of the brain. I'm a visionary. And so adoration is a form of artistic exchange, energy exchange. But notice there must be an exchange. Yet again, if there is no reciprocity, cut it off. Adoration. A woman that I'm looking into via in person or maybe a photograph. I tend not to get crazy over photos because photos are just photos. Real life is real life. That's what I want. So then you go ahead on and you have the eye contact and you have the conversations. Your energy gives the compliments. Let me say that again. Your energy gives the compliments. And you invest that time. Adoration, adoration. Okay, cool. For the generous activity, well, much is required. So, are you following me? I hope you're following me, gentlemen, because this is very important. You see what's going on. These women are getting an abundance of adoration, unlimited amounts, innumerable forms of this. See, before social media, it was with adoration, it was this adoration. That's how they got it before social media. It was that. After social media, constant. Think about that. You're an attractive woman, and it's coming at you in person, on TikTok, and IG. And it's coming at you from so many different directions worldwide. So you don't even know how to pick. You can't pick. It's too many options. Now, men, think about that. Think about all that activity that the woman is getting. Right. Some of them are profiting from it. They're banking off of it. It's easy. It's coming at them, coming at them, coming at them. Hence the reason why you should adopt what I'm talking about here. Imagine if more men did. Put expiration dates on adoration. And for those who are generous for no apparent reason, put an expiration date on it. Try that. Again, for me, I flow in how I was groomed up by the women who raised me. The generosity is earned. The adoration, go ahead. I'll toss that to you. Sure, I'll appreciate those lovely curves, especially the ones up top because I am a breast man. Yeah. Adoration, generosity, two different things. Reciprocity has to be there. The energy must return to me. As long as the energy returns, all will be well. We get beyond the 90 days because my vetting process is longer than 90 days. It's longer. But we're talking about that first few 2 to 3 months. Life happens, you get busy with work, those kinds of things. Upon first contact, you're kind of putting pieces together anyway. I don't complicate this idea, gentlemen. It's very, very simple. Because make no mistake, I love women, but I will not give energy in their direction at the expense of my being, at the expense of my character. Ugh. I have a lane that I'm trying to create. And so should you, gentlemen. You create your lane and stay there. Whatever it is, whether you are trying to be a six-figure earner and above, or live the simple life in a field, on a farm, whatever it is, what do you wish to create in this experience? Do it. But as it pertains to the interaction with the woman, you give the adoration in controlled amounts because it is controlled adoration. It's not out of control. I used to put this to the test for myself. Back in my college days, I guess junior college, if that counts, I would write poems for very attractive young ladies in the library. I would give them the poem and then walk away. And this was a form of let me discipline myself to not lose my mind over someone who's extremely attractive. It was a test. Write down the poem, sit down, look at them. I'm an artist, keep that in mind. Write down the poem, look at them, see what they're wearing, whatever vibration comes to me, write it down. And then walk over there and say, excuse me, I wrote this for you. And then walk away and be okay with that. There doesn't need to be a conversation. There doesn't need to be a date. There doesn't need to be sex. There doesn't need to be anything. I'm okay with going to this attractive person. Boom, put it there. Go. Batman they ass. Now, some conversations would start up. At one point, there's one woman started to cry because what was written in the poem connected to something that she was feeling that day. And we were cool, ended up being classmates. So again, it was a way to train the mind not to lose it around attractive young ladies or attractive women in general. Because you don't want that. You want to have controlled adoration. As long as it's controlled. Because at the end of the day, they're just human beings. They just so happen to be very stimulating for the aesthetics, for the eyeball. I understand that this is very limited in perception. This is not everything, what we see with the eyes. Her body, her presence, that's not all. I know how to appreciate what I like, curves, breasts, all of it, but not lose my mind because of it. That's the difference. Controlled adoration. I'll go ahead on, toss it. 90 days of action. Okay, boom, toss, toss, toss. No energy coming to me? Okay, it's over. Try it, gentlemen. Try to discipline yourself with that. See if it works for you. Maybe it will be shorter for you. I don't know. Every man is different. Okay, but there's a lot of you men out here that have no limit to this adoration. That's a problem. And they're banking off of it. Control your adoration. Let the generosity be earned. Control your adoration. Let the generosity be earned.